Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
Friends we show heart, foes we show arms.
Lashing the giants around. Eh? Mega Marshal!
Brand those swords, but I prefer the trusty axe.
Giants around.
Save her from
Like shrooms, white ass. Giants are your separate. Twist your head off. Soon as the move's right. Whisper, would you? Carlos, eh?
Well,
What?
Yalmar, can you?
Seal shut. Take a look. Still got all my teeth?
Most of them did quite a number on you.
Why are you laughing? They'd have trashed you too.
Doubt it.
That's so. Care to wager on it? Drop any one of the Wildkarls, and I'll give you my sword. End up like me, you part with yours.
Wildkarls.
These wild men.
Shepherds, then?
Aye, without the sheep. They live off killing, eat only what they hunt.
You're on. Start rapping.
Don't sell your fish till they're in the boat.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Ah, nay. Ain't none a challenge to us.
we're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Let's do this.
Gladly.
Fuck!
What? Lost your nerve?
Tear him apart!
Mega Masha, yeah!
Fight.
Oh, what a fight. Smacked his gob so... Well, Lost the wager, but that were such a spectacle.
This blade's not worth shite of a weak arm swinging it, eh?
Twist your head off with my bare hands. Soon as
What?
the mood strikes.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Nah, nah. Ain't nothing.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fist...
Let's do that.
Gladly. Mega Masha, ye!
Mistake.
Tear him apart!
Just warming up. Well, what do you...
I need your hand! Kill me! Destroy! You'd never have beat me if I weren't five.
Then bring on some...
I can.
Yeah! Stop playing with him! I smell blood!
Mistake.
You fight good for a continental.
Got me eye on you.
Did you sever his head? Head of a giant on your mouth.
Beautifully Where these guys from?
This blade's not worth shite of a weak arm swinging it,
More
eh?
silver there than in the
Rocks
dragon
never
horn.
crumble.
So on the point of the right
You hear the black
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Svanr. Far as I...
That
What's wrong?
Diego, a kid.
Svanr. Far...
That
Take...
of course.
What's...
Diego, a king, but
Leave...
tomorrow enjoy.
You must. So,
Definitely more...
there it.
Some... If the...
I'll...
Feeling torn?
You mean... If you put it on...
Between...
But Skellige wants a different ruler. A kind who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood.
If you escalate your attacks, you stand to infuriate...
In Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace.
Promised me...
And I aim to keep my word. Here. This bauble's been in the family for
Beautiful craftsmanship.
I'm the one. Hear that? Damn it.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding! Quick!
Da.
Take my cloak.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead. Crack! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crack will lose a son too.
You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Dad, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty on Crete. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Anybody see how the bears got in?
Don't matter. I know where to find the guilty already.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened.
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. That can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
You're right, Cerys. I'll help you.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
I'll stay here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
Ever see anything like that?
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. Suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
What happened before?
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Centron wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish. Face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table. Then, from the other side of the room, we turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons.
We'll avenge them. Know who died?
Drogadar, Drakeborn Du, Blue Boy Lugos, Jarlborn, Ottrig. Take some time. I heard you helped Lugos, as you helped me with the Haim.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet. We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others.
Fang marks, claw marks, broken bones.
Let it go.
Hard to say what exactly killed him.
The gates were shut!
All right. What do we have here? Bear's head, but the tongue's short, like a human's. Mouth smells of honey liqueur. Mead. And something else. Something earthy. Bears like honey, before it's fermented. Strange. Something under the fur. Old scar. Half man, half bear. No full moon, so something else caused the transformation. Mead. Mead with an earthy aroma. Need to check the horn's tankard. Aldrich. Shit, no more than a kid. All the horns are empty. So many wounds. No wonder Hjalborn bled to death. Bodies massacred. Hard to tell who it is. Steingrim, maybe? Young Lugos. Bears took him by surprise. Didn't have a chance to defend himself. Drogadar. Skald's played his last. Bowl at each table. Mead in this one. And only mead. Earthy scent from the bear's maw. Something towards mushrooms. Bowl's empty, but the scent's in the air. Coming from somewhere else in this room. Here. Cerys, come here.
A guard saw what happened. Those weren't
men who transform into...
berserkers.
Berserkers?
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of... stuff of fairy tales, legends.
Almost. We were at a feast. Think I know what caused them to transform. The mead... Mead spiked with blood. And something else.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know her.
Can't hurt to try.
A disgrace. The camp we've not seen since the Red Funeral. You and I then. If this turns out...
Freyr, our mother, may the sea swallow the traitors. Freyr, our lady.
Mind if I interrupt?
Already have? What is it?
Someone spiked one of the mead barrels with blood and something else. An herb or a mushroom. Cerys said...
Give me the horn. I know the smell. A mushroom. Mardrome.
Mardrome related in any way?
Aye, but only in the tales told to children as they're put to sleep on. Warriors who ate Mardrome were said to transform into beasts when consumed by battle rage.
Only a legend, I know. Still, I find it easier to believe than some story about bears Cerys wasn't lying.
I do. Especially those which affect the mind, soothe it, summon. Odalric suffered for years. I tried to help him in various ways. Initially with prayer, then with poppy milk.
But he's done with that now, right?
It's not that simple. But we'll wean him off it yet.
Mardrome. Never...
We have another name for it on the continent. Silas...
All right. Peasants eat it to soothe pain.
Udalric tried it too, but only a few times. In larger doses, the mushroom caught...
Yes, the last thing Udalric needed more of.
Blood and marjoram. The taste of human flesh and a substance that triggers visions. That well could have caused the rage.
Maybe. Hard to believe someone spiked the mead here in the hall, though.
You're right. I helped prepare for the feast. It might have happened before they brought the drink upstairs.
Come on, we could find some clues there. We must find the traitors quickly. Elsewise, the warriors will take matters into their own hands. Castle's abuzz already.
Think they'd attack Croc openly?
My father or each other. All in the finest Skellige tradition. Haven't had a good civil war in ages. Knew there'd be trouble. It was all too calm.
Funny. Arnvold said the same. For a feast to be any good, mead's gotta flow. But so does blood.
I'd say he got his wish.
I really hope Hjalmar's doing something useful, not just looking for a fight.
Relax. Your brother's impetuous, not stupid.
We keep the poison at the cellar's other end, down below. Come, I'll show you.
Ah.
The stench! Is that vodka?
Mahakaman spirit. Someone ruined several barrels of the finest.
Good thing Dad's got other worries on his mind. Right behind you.
That's a relief. Blood and mushrooms. Think we can find out where this barrel came from? Looks different. What the? Shit.
The spirit! There's another exit behind the barrels, but they're too heavy. We'll never move them.
Don't intend to. Quick.
God, we might have been burned alive.
Somebody's damn desperate to bring our investigation to a quick end. It's a secret passage.
When Hjalmar and I were little, we'd play here. Once. Bygone days.
When I get my hands on that...
Let's think. They had to use the entrance we used.
Maybe. When the door slammed shut and the fire broke...
No, but I've no Witcher senses at my disposal.
I try not to eavesdrop. Anyway, entrance is worth checking. Come on. Someone walked through the mead. Could you ask for clearer prints? Sticky from the mead. takes off. Need to find another clue nearby, something else to follow. Must have felt his clothing rip, but was in a hurry.
What's this?
Piece of cloth.
No. It can't be.
What is it?
Arnvald's tunic. Only
Sure about that?
saw him in the main hall with the servants. Let's go. Look, it's him!
Grab a horse, we'll chase him down. Faster.
Arnvald! Stop, damn it!
Doubt he'll listen.
When I get my hands on him.
You don't stand a chance.
Way to see aboard that!
Ha! Got him!
Why'd you betray them? Talk, Rolf.
No Uncreate should ever sit on Skellige's throne. I know you better than others do. You're hot-headed, irresponsible. Skellige needs stability. A strong king. Not the kind a band of drunken jarls will choose.
Curious. Never heard you voice that idea. But I do know one who never...
It's Berna. You were never a good liar, Arnvald.
What was her motive?
It's obvious. She schemed this up to get rid of the other claimants. If she succeeded, Svanrige would have been left. The only claimant...
We need proof. Your word against...
Arnvald, help us. And I'll ask my dad to grant you an honourable...
I have letters from her. Instructions. How to poison the mead.
Will that be enough?
It'll have to be. We shouldn't delay.
I've assembled the Jarls in council as you demanded, Cerys Uncreate. You claim to know who's behind the... Speak, then. The blood of Skellige's sons and daughters. Whose hands does it stick?
Berna Brands. The lass is mad. Do you think anyone will believe you had them serve poison mead? I beg your pardon. The servants of Caer Trolda are not mine to command. 'Twas your father who called for the feast.
There's reason in these words.
Have you any proof to come?
I've better.
Cerys speaks true. Berna commanded me to poison the maid. Cerys and the Witcher descended into the cellars.
Betrayed us. clan that took you in?
Good man. He's a servant to Ancrate, a lackey. He will say what they command him to say. He would lie for them even were he to pay for it with his head.
Werner speaks true. Arnvold has served a care trollder ever since I remember. Loyally, like a dog.
I can vouch for Cerys.
Yet did Cerys entice you to cooperate? How? Or his crop paid you to smear him?
What did you say?
Calm yourselves.
After what I saw on Speaker Rock, I trust the Witcher. More than I do you.
You've that right. But it's no proof of my guilt.
Got one more piece of evidence.
A letter from Berna to Arnvold.
It lacks my signature. It lacks my seal.
But perfume soaked through the parchment. A very strong scent, you know.
Is this your proof, lass? Is this what you call evidence of my supposed treason? Done.
Berna's right, Cerys. 'Tis all precious little Alas, your brother Hjalmar also has not presented anything that could clear... Olga, Lugos, it's time we quit this damn castle. Come, we must decide what pun...
You're making a big mistake.
Silence, wanderer.
Wait! Mother, you bade me to leave the hall before the feast. Why?
Son, not now.
Why did you do it? How did you know? How?
You stand silent.
You gave Cerys no credence. You gave the Witcher no credence. But you must give credence to a son who accuses his own mother. I suppose her doing. She shamed herself, me, the family, the clan.
Svanrika, I did it for you. Only for you.
You admit to this deed. As the eldest of the Jarls, I cleanse the name of Clan Ancrate, and you, Berna Bran, I sentence to death. You will be chained to a rock to perish of hunger and thirst, and seafowl will peck apart your remains.
Werner had a lust for power, I knew this. But so strong as to commit such a crime.
What about Svanrika? What's his fate?
He'll lose his home, his name, his honor. He'll choose exile. Or death. But enough. Whatever comes, we must endure. I thank you, Geralt. Again.
No need. Again.
I'll not take any more of this modesty. This is a land of heroes. And now, I must ride for Gedinate, for the Jarl's Council.
What do you think? We'll get the...
Come with me, see for yourself. All may...
I do have a horse in the race. Can't refuse, to be honest.
As I thought. Well, let's go. Just in time.
They've already started.
Weren't long ago, we gave King Bran back to the sea. Today, our mourning ends. Today, by the grace of the gods and the clans, a new ruler takes the crown. Let us swear her fealty.
I know some would see another in my place. I thank those who stood at my side. Here, beneath the sacred oak, I pledge to be a good queen to the ones and the others. I want peace and prosperity, and I count on you.
Sarah!
The parson.
Oh, they get him. Got his paunch open, pulled out his guts, and made him run around a tree till he ran out. My guts? Huh?
Jarl's punishing him for murder. But they was prisoners he killed. Respect, Witcher.
Oh, they get him. Cut his paunch open, pulled out his guts, and made him run around a tree till he ran out. My guts? Huh? Last night was...
What'd you have done for me there?
This is all sorts of tripe about Middlerick. Claims he talks to the gods like I'm talking to ye. Too eager to believe.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
Come on.
Got eyes like a cat.
If I ever have a son, I'll name him Garrett.
Need to talk to you.
About?
Uma, good.
Gotta ask the Baron's perm...
Not about to ask for anything. Bet that'd be an error.
Think you got me shaking in my...
You sure as hell should.
Fine. Cripple's not worth no blood. See the groom. He ought to be glad to give him up. Bugger's been eating from the feed bags.
Thank you kindly. I'm taking Uma.
There ain't a...
Sergeant Hartle said I could.
Bring him back, though, won't you? Be awful dull without him.
Find something else to laugh at. I don't know. Catch...
Huh? That one of your
Witcher version's different. Don't make me show you. Open the door. Hey, little guy. This here's Roach. She'll take us to Kaer Morhen. Well, come on. What the? Quit playing around. Let's go. Looks like we got company. Nilfgaardian battle mounts. What do you want?
The Emperor's displeased with you.
Then he ought to ask somebody else for help.
The Emperor does not ask anyone for anything. You will ride with us to Vitsima.
Sure about that?
Don't even try.
Fine. Lead the way.
And the Third Army will sweep in from the west to take Ban Glin.
If I may, Your Imperial Majesty, our spies report that the garrison at Ban Glin consists almost wholly of mercenaries.
Bribery, then.
We stand to lose exactly no men in battle.
And we stand to lose less time. Very well. Give the orders. Then set sail.
As you wish. At once!
Your Imperial Majesty, Yennefer.
I did not have you brought here for an exchange of courtesies. Report.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Ciri. Well, this man is the...
I gave you 3 solid leads. Trails as fresh as morning dew. The aid of my spies and my court sorcerers. Yet in my daughter's stead, you bring me this. I hope you have more to say.
Listen, I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. A needle that at any moment can...
It's a difficult task, I know this. What of it? Listen to me. I rule the largest empire the world has ever known. I wage a war against the North, command men in tens of thousands, while at home the trade corporations and nobles seek to depose me. You cannot expect me to pity you the difficulty of your task.
I pursued those leads you gave me. Ciri first reappeared in Skellige with a mage, an elf. Yen knows more.
The Wild Hunt tracked them down, found them there. They were forced to flee to Velen,
where they were separated. Ciri spent some time with a local warlord, a self-styled baron who...
Yes, I know my vassals.
Who helped her get to Novigrad, where Ciri crossed some of the city's underworld bosses. She had to flee, went back to Skellige, ran into her elf companion there.
And into the Wild Hunt, again. Ciri and the elf fled, out to sea this time. Their boat returned to shore the next day, with only him on board.
The information appears of little use, though at least it seems you kept busy.
This monstrosity might well be your daughter. Its body is the product of a curse. Someone hides inside it.
Can you lift this curse?
I've done a great deal of research, made inquiries, but to lift it I would need to know the words used to cast it, and that...
Vafel Elen, Kedmil Fali. Gladiv Dorn Eptened, Bandro Ithne Iacus. Dandelion told me. Ciri talked to him about it.
At last, you provide a pleasant surprise. Lady Yennefer, my question stands.
Yes. I believe I can. But I must...
The details do not interest me. Geralt, you've achieved precious little, yet admittedly more than the bumblers in my spy corps have. I give you half the promised reward. You will receive the other when you bring me Ciri.
Wouldn't count on that happening.
That was no request, it was an order, Geralt. And I advise you well, do not disobey me. This audience is over. Till the next.
Could have used some of that famous biting wit of yours. Where'd it disappear to? I mean, you were meek as a novice at Aretuza, called into the Dean's office.
I merely know when I can indulge my pride and when I must swallow it. Unlike some others, I know.
Ah, I see. So you show your claws to me because I'm a lowly witcher, but...
Do you really wish to do this now, Geralt? We can fight another time. In another place, where the walls have no ears.
So, how do we lift Uma's curse?
We must take him to Kaer Morhen. Oh, and Geralt, forgive me, but I'm unable to teleport you, Uma, and Roach, so...
Don't worry, we'll ride there. Never did like teleporting.
Take care of yourself.
Wait. Here. Probably better if you keep it.
Of course. I'm off.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Oh, there, Roach.
Forktail's this close to the fortress? Someone's been slacking off.
Been away quite a while.
Too long.
And your journey, how was it?
Calm, if you don't count the forktail that flew over our heads a few miles back. Passenger got a little restless.
What have we here? Multiple deformities. Eyes, ears, nostrils, a hair... Now, calm down. Yennefer...
Don't look all that nice yourself.
Huh? Ah, this. I was mixing some lime for the mortar. Need to patch up the walls.
Lot of work for one person. Lambert and Eskel not willing to help? Don't see this...
No. Yennefer found more important things for them to do.
Yen's here already?
And how?
Huh. You two are...
Geralt, I understand she's a... Well, how do I put this? Emancipated, strong-willed woman. But do manners count for nothing? She teleports in, not even a nice to see you. Jumps right into a, we've a curse to lift, there's this to do and that. So Eskel and Lambert get going. And she went to the guest room to rearrange things. Through the bed, off the balcony.
Shame. That was a good...
Said the same myself. Solid oak frame, down mattress. Triss always said she'd... Ah, now I...
It's either that, or Yen really hates oak furniture. So what's Yen planning?
Wish I knew.
Mean she didn't tell you?
She told us what she needs to lift the curse, not what she plans to do with it, despite our asking.
She's gotta have a good...
Huh. More than one, most likely. In any case, she's set her mind on something. Needs us to...
So where is...
Eskel's hunting forktails. Gotta nip that infestation in the bud. And since Yennefer needs to distill some ingredients from their organs, well, like Lambert's still in the keep, preparing to venture into the mountains to enrich the Assembling a megascope. Wanted my help, running around with some chirping contraption, searching for something. But I'm too old.
I should let her know I'm here.
If you say so, but don't go thinking she'll throw...
Leaking again. Damn it.
What?
No. Booze from Potato.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to...
Realize that monstrosity.
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's...
Irritating you.
Thought you liked people with bitchy...
So long as they're women.
Then you found the best of them. Enough about that. The
Don't sound too...
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no walk in the park.
Let me go with you.
Well, might have more spring in my step with the famous White Wolf at my side.
Gotta take care.
Sure.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Again, damn it!
Damn it, you piece of shit!
Uh-oh.
Damned crystal!
You decide to blow us up?
Geralt, I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood.
What's eating you?
Let me think. That was the third crystal to explode. It's been a week, and Lambert's still not done what I've asked. Vesemir spitefully insists on repairing the wall just beneath my window and starts hammering at the crack of dawn, while Eskel seems to have gone mushroom picking, not forktail hunting.
The guys. Well, they're...
Why is that?
Because you aren't willing to say what you're planning. You're treating them like pages, not including them. Us, actually, because I feel that way too.
I shall explain everything, when the time is right. First, we must finish our preparations.
Heard about the bed. Really prefer to sleep on the floor? Wouldn't...
Frankly, I prefer a chill to bedding littered with red hair.
So upset about Triss, you gotta take it out on the furniture?
Would you prefer I take it out some other way? Geralt, I don't want to seem like a vindictive shrew, but that very bed is where you just happened to fuck a dear friend of mine. Yes, I know, you'd lost your memory. Whatever. Let us agree that I will refrain from scolding you, while you will stop mentioning that stupid...
Agreed.
Splendid. On to more pressing matter.
You got trust issues with us?
No. Actually, I fear you don't trust me. So I'd rather keep certain things secret, for the time being.
Pretty tortured logic.
It may seem that way now, but you'll understand in time.
Fine. What do I do?
Firstly, help Eskel and Lambert. One was supposed to get me forktail spinal fluid, the other was to fortify the phylactery with elemental power. I've yet to see anything from either of them.
All right, I'll talk to them. Anything else?
Yes. There's one other... As you saw, my megascope's acting up, in rather spectacular fashion. I'm certain there's an energy source nearby, generating disturbances, making the crystals malfunction. We must find it and neutralize it. Quickly, I must contact...
Who you plan to contact?
No secret at all. Ida Emian. Remember her?
How could I forget? Member of the Lodge, Elven Sage.
Exactly, a sage. As the name suggests, she should know a great deal. I'd like to ask her for advice.
Your sorceress friends, the sage and not-so-sage, they've let me down before. But if we gotta, we got...
If only you'd been this cautious with all of them. But no matter. Thank you for your permission.
All right. How do I find the source?
Use this Potesta Quisitor.
Potesta Quisitor? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple. Grasp it firmly, move it around, and the louder it squeals, the closer you are. Spare me your juvenile wit, please. Well, what are you waiting for? Ah, one more thing. Thank you, Geralt.
Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, got a signal. Signal's growing stronger.
So, Yennefer found a volunteer to walk around with that chirping stick after all.
Shh. Mounted Witcher Ingus never took off. Disturbance is coming from... What's in these crates?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert make...
No wonder the megascope doesn't work.
I can do that. Rather you not make a mess of my shelves.
Yes, Uncle Vet. How goes it? Vesemir's not working you too hard, I hope. Thought so.
All done. You can go. Now, let's check your conditioned reflexes. Reaction to Dimeridium.
Thank you. Seems to be working now. What was it?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert left them by the beds.
I suppose he had no idea they could
No, he probably knew. But that's the sort of prank you only...
You don't suppose he... Lambert? Really? I'm flattered. Enough. Ready for this conversation?
Sure you want me here? Members of the Lodge don't let just in...
Consider it a token of our trust. Now let's begin. And Geralt, behave.
Didn't you just say you trust me?
Stop twisting my words.
Kedmil Yennefer at Vengerberg. Gwynblade.
Kedmil and Severn.
Why have you summoned me?
We've come up against a curse. One we must lift. It was uttered in a dark...
I see. The words of the...
Vafel Elaine, Kedmil Foli, Gledev Dawn Eptenid, Bondro Ithne Iacus.
Recognize the...
Lathan Undod.
Meaning?
The so-called One Speech, a forgotten language dating from before the migration.
The migration?
Later, Geralt.
Take it you've heard the words...
Yes, in legends. Of the kind that do not...
Can you help us with the curse?
To a degree. Agnes de Glanville's incantation, combined with Elder's triangle, inverted, of course. They are your only possible recourse. But I cannot guarantee that even they will suffice.
Thank you, N. Severn. Vafel.
That does not conclude our conversation.
Let me guess. You want...
If I may, Gwynblade, I'd like to request... the time of the white frost and white light.
And the world will perish amidst ice. I know it.
I don't doubt you know it. The Elder Blood can initiate the final age, the time of the end. Or stop it. Remember this, Gwynblade. For you will be the one to determine if the seed...
What was that about?
Good gods. Did they teach you no
No. Vesemir figured sword work could be more useful on the path. Gonna answer me?
Naturally. One's never too old to learn. The Ensei and the NN elves were once one folk, the En Undod. Then came a cataclysm. No one knows its nature. The En Undod were forced to leave their world. They split.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod...
Then it's old. Very, very old.
Any idea what she was...
Ciri, of course.
Wish everyone would just leave her.
Wouldn't count on it.
All in all, interesting conversation.
You can start by apologizing for acting like a boor. Despite my...
I'm sorry. It's just when Ida started in with that...
You decided to prove she was completely justified to adopt that attitude. Well done. Oh, enough. Finish whatever it was you and the boys were planning to do. Then we'll begin.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Thank
Damn. No.
You don't...
Sure.
Consider it a...
Didn't.
Stop.
Ked.
Ked.
We've...
Va.
Recognize.
The so-called...
Take...
Yeah. To...
Thank you, and...
That...
What is it?
The time of the white frost and white light.
And the world will perish amidst...
I don't doubt you know. The elder blood can...
Any... Wish ever...
Wouldn't...
What was...
Good gods.
No.
Naturally. The Ensei and the NN elves were once one folk, the En Undod. Then came a cataclysm. No one knows its nature. The En Undod were forced to leave their world. They split.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod...
Then it's old.
All in all...
Finish whatever it was you and the boys were planning.
Pulse weak, but regular. Yes?
I met with...
Any crowned head?
A few. Hoping it's...
Remember the first war with Nilfgaard? Battle of Sodden? The North, all of it, fought together. Not much left.
Seal it. What's this? Brewing potions?
No. Booze from potato peels.
For my welcome back feast?
Actually, more like my farewell feast. Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours. Yeah.
Mind?
I call him like a...
Hear it.
Then you found... Yeah.
Mind?
I call...
Know what? Never mind.
Right, no time to lose. The monster...
Lambert.
Oh, sorry. The potential...
Don't sound too...
I'm not. You know the trek to the Circle's no wa...
Let me...
Well...
No.
Oh, meant to tell you. Can't get to the Circle through the mountains. Rockslide blocked the pass last spring.
So we approach from the pond side, like when we did the trial of the medallion?
Exactly. Remember the way?
Not easily forgotten that.
He who returns with his medallion will prove himself worthy and may set off on the path.
Vesemir ever hear you impersonate him?
Yeah. Old man can't stand it.
Savola's breach. Still haven't patched it up?
Vesemir'd like to. Doesn't bother me, though. Not expecting anyone to lay siege, and... this way I got a shortcut to the pond.
Shame those Salamander assassins didn't punch a few more holes in our walls.
Or finish the job and reduce these ruins to rubble.
Been thinking. You gonna swim across the pond?
No, I got a boat moored there. You know, for fishing.
Wow. Never took you for the fishing type.
I use bombs. I drop them in, then scoop up whatever floats to the surface.
That makes sense. Damn, you're ugly.
Nice shot. Well. Color me impressed. Where'd you learn them tricks?
It's an art. Learned it from this old master down in Zerrikania.
Yeah. Save that tale for your next sorceress.
Tell me about Vesemir. Things any better between you?
Seems so. Old man's dropped the moralizing, and I try not to piss him off too often.
Mm-hmm. Working out well?
Moderately. Castle's pretty big. Easy to stay out of each other's way. Damn it! I moored it right...
Line must have come loose.
Really? Here I thought the boat untied itself to go for a jaunt on its own.
There a storm before I arrived?
Let me think.
Wind must have grabbed the sail, tugged the boat off its mooring. Boat drifted. Water hag.
Great. Last thing we need. All right. Cave entrance is just opposite, see it? Gotta sail across the pond, go through the cave, climb Troll's Head.
Doesn't seem like such an ordeal.
No. Still gives me the shivers, though. You know, only two...
You were the ones who ran into old Speartip in the caverns, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still...
Gnawing? No. What the fuck was that trial for? Most who returned from the Circle of Elements died within a year in some swamp, hunting drowners for a crown 30 a head. So exactly what was the point?
Ought to ask Vesemir.
Oh, I have. Many times. Believe you me.
Let's go. Jump in the boat.
All right. I'm taking the tiller, though.
Because?
'Cause it's my boat, not up for discussion.
Make this boat yourself?
Yeah. Something you don't like about it?
Besides the water up to our ankles? Nothing.
Quit whining. It'll make it across the lake.
Provided we don't smash into something first. Barely see the tip of my nose. Fog's thick as curdled milk.
Never took you for a poet.
Oh, but I am one. Want to hear a limerick?
Sure.
Lambert, what a prick.
Not bad.
Fall off a bit. Sails fluttering.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs. Right, almost there. Ready for the caverns?
Almost. Before we go inside.
Ugh, drink a dose of cat, I know. Any more words of wisdom? Like, steps up?
Sheesh.
Ugh, don't fall in love with...
Hear that? Sounds like a...
You know this valley's uninhabited except for us.
What if it's not?
Whatever.
We'll investigate.
You know, Vesemir's right. You do poke the damn hive, almost always.
Hey, little guy. It's all right. You're safe now.
No! No!
Fine. Consider yourself vindicated. You were right.
Well, well, what do you know?
We can talk about that later. Got the foglets to take care of now.
An illusion.
You're not gonna let this drop any...
No, I will not. In fact, whole world should hear about the time the famed Geralt of Rivia was duped like a child.
Dandelion should sing about you instead.
Better that than naive.
Changing subjects. Did I see right?
Yeah, one of ours. Must have drowned during his trial. Foglets remembered his voice.
Charming.
Needn't ask me twice. In fact, I didn't even want to...
Lambert, enough. Shit, too damn high.
Not if I give you a boost. Remember? Part of the trials.
A witcher is a lone hunter.
But even a lone hunter can use a helping hand sometimes. Vesemir.
Ready? Oh! You fat fuck!
1, 2, 3. You're no feather either.
Damn it, Geralt, stop running around. Look like a piece of shit in an ice hole. Let's get up. Ready? Oh!
1. You're no feather.
Wall looks a little shaky. Ard, maybe?
Mm-hmm. And the wake-old spear tip?
What? You afraid?
No, I just think before I act. Mind not stomping like that.
Relax. I slipped.
What?
Something fell in my eye. Splinter, I think.
Hope it wasn't from a broken mirror. That'd make you even nastier.
Ha ha.
We need to be quiet. I could do without a warm welcome from old Speartip.
Ugh. Place reeks of mold.
What did you expect? Scent of violets?
Would have been, so soft and sweet just sleeping there. Makes you want to make this moment last forever.
Just lost the element of surprise. You gonna live?
Probably.
Let's get out of here.
Wait. That's for Voltaire, you whore son. Don't remember? Little guy.
Oh, yeah.
All we can do now. Never made... Let's go. Oh, good to be back above ground.
Mm-hmm. Still
You mean the trolls? They're...
Don't know who you're trying to impress. Tough guy stuff's just...
Look who's talking. Vesemir told me about that job you did for those Nilfgaardians in Velen.
What? What are you doing? Killing monsters.
Good one.
Just came out that... Come on. Medallion's humming.
Ha! Seeing shit and run as soon as he saw us?
Never known a troll to do that.
Witches is to walk no more. Stops. East Mountain, Trolley Mountain. Troll Mountain. Oh. Hi! This Troll Mountain.
You talk to these idiots.
Stay calm.
Witches is thing 3 do. Sometime.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits.
Mm-hmm, they understood all right.
Run for the cave! Before they stone us to death!
We walk throws. News goes no far more. Witches is understand it?
We understand it, but we still gotta get to the...
Listen, but we... Trolls come... Locks lots there.
Enjoying this little chat?
Yeah.
Finally. All right, calcites and dolomites.
I say, no should trusty.
Just a few steps more, and we're there.
Ooh, that's some serious panting. Out of breath, out of shape. Well.
No denying that. Damn.
Must be if you...
Geralt, who do you take me?
Let me think.
Fair enough. But save the rest of your...
Remember how this circle works? Been a while since I...
It's fine, old man. No need to make excuses. Light the torches and place the phylactery on the altar. How'd it go? Water, then earth, then air? Geralt? Then all we gotta do is wait. The container will absorb the power of the element.
Let me think. Oh yeah, used Axii, but I only had to get past one troll. Other...
Yeah, useful sign, Axii. Saved my life.
Sense a good story.
One of the best. A couple of road robbers stopped me. One pointed a crossbow at me, and the other and made the man with the crossbow shoot his friend.
Didn't have to.
But I could, so I did. 2 whoresons less in the...
Tell me, you always been such a...
No. I was adorable before Vesemir brought me to...
Think it's that bad?
Guess I could have been someone worse.
It was our destiny.
Destiny? Let me tell... My dad was a drunk. He'd knock a few back, then beat me and Mom bloody. One day our prayers were almost answered. Dad lost his way coming home from the tavern, walked smack into a nest of neckers. But some witcher saved... Give me the first thing you see when you get home. My life. For the life of that prick?
Didn't know.
Next time you wonder why I'm so bitter. All right. We've griped enough.
Right.
After you.
Must be Eskel's prince. No one else has left the keep recently. Come on. Slower. That's his horse. What's its name? Scorpion? Beautiful animal. And hoofprints. A goat. Interesting. Eskel made camp here. Looks like he planned to stay outside a while. Rocks. Tracks end here. Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent. Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, the stench. tracks. The nose knows. Didn't tie itself to the stake.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
As for forktails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See your memories back in full, and sharp as ever in spite.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair...
Good to finally see you again.
Yen's keeping you pretty...
Started shouting out orders with just 1 foot out of the teleport. I tried to get a word in edgewise.
One should not interrupt a lady.
Exactly. Times like these, I'm glad this ugly mug of mine keeps the women...
Looks aren't everything. So
you're right. But most like a full purse, too. Don't have much to brag about in that domain, either. Shh! Hear that? Incoming. It's taking off! Hit the wings! Foul, overgrown reptiles. Hate it when they do that. Might have saved us some trouble. Let us kill it now.
Then maybe gut itself,
Bleeding
out a
heavily.
spit down
From
its
an
throat
artery.
and out its ass.
Blood's light colored. Can't fly much further.
Not scared to leave the horse down below? Forktail could decide to have at him.
Scorpion's a warhorse. A purebred Kedwenny. He'll be fine. Have I told you how I got him?
No, don't think so.
Saved this lost knight once. You know, woods, dark, wolves, the standard. Told him, give me what you find at home and all that. No kid this time, but his mare had just foaled.
Escalin Scorpion, bound by fate. An enchanting tale, fled to its lair, looks like.
Good. Means it's done fleeing.
Might want to look
Gotta
around
make a
some.
stand. All right, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Yen tell you...
Mean you don't know? And that, doesn't
No, it does.
And they say people learn from their mistakes.
What was that?
Nothing, nothing.
Something about Yen bothering you? Come on.
You grow a pair and admit she tricked you more than a few.
That was then.
Right. Fuck. Hey, what do you say to a little race?
We shouldn't. Rather not type.
Honestly can't see what all those dames see in you. You're a...
Pretty damn handsome stick, though.
Debatable. Yes, Wolf?
That's it, Roach. Whoa!
Got you everything you need.
Splendid. Lambert, prepare the apparatuses.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the...
I believe we made an agreement to seek to cure...
I said we would help you. That... I don't know what you want to do with them. You haven't deigned to inform us. But it's not... just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another, less invasive method.
Don't take this the wrong way, Vesemir, but clock's ticking.
I ask only one night's delay. If nothing comes of it, we'll do what Yennefer wants. I'll take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this to you.
In my opinion...
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying what will happen. I'll be back at dawn, with Uma, or whoever hides inside him.
Vesemir's gotten a bit grumpy in it.
That was nothing. Should have been here last winter when Lambert tried to convince him we ought to abandon Kip.
What good's this old ruin anyway? Moldy walls, leaky roof, and it's one big fucking ice cube in the winter.
Vesemir didn't say a word. Stood, grabbed his sword, and slammed the door on his way out.
So, Got the evening off. What?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing. Or we could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than...
Wouldn't mind a shot myself. Or
Nothing I can do. Been outvoted.
Do as you will. But in a moment, Geralt and I must talk.
Ooh, sounds serious. Come on, Lambert.
something not quite right?
No, nothing. I just wanted to take you aside, without cluing the others into what we're up to.
Mm-hmm. And what are we...
Sneaking upstairs to make love.
Wow. You don't exact...
I'm too old to play the blushing bride. Unless you ask nicely. Shall we go? You can rejoin them afterwards. In an hour. Or 2.
Or 3.
I'll hold you to that.
Well, well. Lovebirds decided to join...
You heard the answer to that question, Lambert. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight. Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep...
What have you been up to, Lambert?
Yeah. Contract in Lan X.
Yeah. Kavir's where the gold's to be made. Know how much?
Shush! I'm talking now. So this giant was giving him trouble, attacking
and relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadfully slippery. You've built enough...
Fine. Turned out, it wasn't a giant. Just a fat forest troll, and a group of bandits were ambushing.
What did you do?
Killed the bandits to keep the road safe. Then I killed the troll. Needed its head to collect the bounty.
Could have spared.
To eat roots and sleep in roadside ditches? I needed the coin. And not a soul mourned that.
Let's raise a mug to his memory. Leap.
Where'd you...
Aldersburg.
Oh ho ho.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for a year.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Lambert. Whereas the vamp...
My clan threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables, to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you, never had so much...
What about the vamp?
I'd made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up. Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the garden. Vampire found her and drank his fill. Fight was an afterthought.
A fairy tale.
Alchemist come out of it all?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part.
Eventful times for me recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies.
Yeah, we're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about...
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. When
he get caught plowing somebody he shouldn't have been?
Right. Speaking of old friend...
Triss is managing all right.
How are those scars she got at Sodden?
Lambert.
Fine. Conversation turned serious? Let's talk.
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after...
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses.
You'll fucking what?
Mind your manners, Lamb.
Did you hear what?
Not gonna ask you.
Sorry. Looking to turn...
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial, because...
Because you want to watch him...
Stop interrupting, or I will watch you suffer. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first... How do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it, or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the...
What are the chances?
Not great.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemp...
Might be surprised.
It'll be the first try.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten. And that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing Horde.
You hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in apprentices. Seems
maybe later. Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on.
Not at all.
Gentlemen, pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is... Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
Didn't listen.
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Eskel got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First.
Ooh, now that's...
The Gauntlet. Equal parts spirit and white gull. What's that look about? Yen's gone to bed. Time for some serious drinking.
Damn straight. Pour us another. Bottoms...
How about a round?
Why not? Playing for...
Yeah, unless you'd...
Maybe I'd finally come to understand what women...
Compare your trouser snakes later. What's with him?
Don't worry about it.
Good game, Geralt.
Eskel, he doesn't need any...
So, snared this peasant in her dance. Wanted me to trap her. Turned him down. So he tried...
Great story.
Really?
Stay away.
Will you ever...
Yeah.
You brave a fire for her. Whereas she plays...
Listen to you two goddamn relationship experts. Neither...
For good reason.
Fine. Leave pretty boy alone before he gets grumpy. Already... Drink up, girl. To you and... Colder than up an ice giant's ass in here.
Gotta say, he's always been a wuss about the cold. Remember...
Mm-hmm. Lambert sat by the fire, wrapped in a blanket.
Hello, young'uns. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, Mike.
Where did you dig up that...
Vesemir's trunk. The height of fashion in 1112. Old man probably put it on when he went courting. Or in the jargon of the town.
Men, a witcher's life is not all cards and liquor. It is toil. It is labor.
All right. One Vesemir is enough. Take that off before you get it dirty.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Speak for yourself. Night still...
But we're not.
Fine. Drinking with my mirror image is just no fun.
At least it... See? Even you can't... Damn. What a dream. See, everyone's up in it.
Take it you had a...
Yes.
So I guess you didn't get a chance to see to the beat?
No.
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later.
Guess your gravestone and hemlock method didn't work.
Not entirely, but I did learn something. While you were out hunting forktails and playing with the megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier.
Yes, don't like it one bit, but I suppose...
Thought we got rid of that table he just...
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how...
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torch.
Right. So what...
We can begin. We need only brew the potion.
Wait. Why couldn't we...
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after the... Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of...
No. After last night...
And disinfect the tools. Well, chop chop.
You don't know who's trapped
Yes?
in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series of complex calculations. Extrapolated some data. Ran simulations.
Meaning, you guessed. Yes? What is it, Wolf?
See.
Yes?
Geralt?
Potions ready.
Tools, too.
Good. Vesemir?
Hookweed extract to deaden the pain. I know. Done this before.
Eskel. Make the incisions in his veins. Insert the tubes. Geralt, place the potion vials in the feeders.
Ready.
Open the valves. It doesn't matter in which order.
The hookweed work?
If it hadn't, the pain would have sent him into shock. Killed him.
So, everything's going smoothly?
No, but it's within known norms.
Administer the next potion.
Listen.
Then Uma dies.
Yennefer's right.
Open the next valve.
I'd hoped I would never have to watch this again.
Why'd you keep the table, then?
Geralt, next potion.
OECK Finn.
What now?
Now we wait for the potions to do their work. Might take a day, might take more.
You need only wait. True. But I must maintain the stabilizing spell. Uma's body is not nearly as resilient as a young candidate witch's. Without this, he... Eskel, I'm sorry. Would you mind?
Getting some rags? On it.
Wiping vomit off the floor?
No. The trial. If that's Ciri in there, she could come out of this crippled. Wrong in the head. Just emotionless. Thought about that?
I trust Yen. She knows what she's doing.
Don't doubt that. But do we know what she's doing? She tell you how likely this is to work?
Gentlemen, the floor's as clean as it'll ever be. And I need to be wiped down as well. No offense, but I'd rather Geralt did it.
Understood. I'd prefer that too.
normal?
Yes. Uma's body is disintegrating from the inside. Once that's complete, we'll need to reform it, or he'll die. You witches were given mutagens. We will use spells.
Hey, Yen, you're dozing off.
No, I'm just resting my eyes.
Yeah, it's called sleeping.
Then do something to keep me awake.
Pinching's apparently effective.
Later, perhaps. For now, talk to me. Tell me a story.
Heard about the time Ciri and I went ice skating?
No, not that I recall.
The winter she trained here. A couple months in, she started complaining I was too harsh a teacher. Brushed it off at first. Then she asked me to go skating with her. Didn't really want to. I'd never been before. But she insisted. As soon as we hit the ice, she started skating circles around me, hollering, "No, not like that. Footwork. One, then the other. Crossover. No, wrong. Break with the heel of your skate, not the toes." Needless to say, from then on...
He's awake. It's time. Time to lift the curse. Prepare the phylactery.
Never severe. Kaniatad. Nevid. Savi, Kowal, Arriva, Endir.
No. No, I won't let you. Geralt, yellow flask, in my satchel.
Quiet. Listen.
Kowal Kaniatad.
Nevid Severe, Kowal, Kaniatad. Nevid, Arriva, Endir.
Geralt, the phylactery, open it.
Kanitad, Taran Anada, Dis.
Havelock?
You know him?
Yes. An elf. And now, a sage.
Where is Ciri?
The Isle of Mists. What?
The hunt.
Her blood. We cannot allow...
Isle of Mist.
Everywhere.
Listen, Sage. We didn't lift that...
Then
In Skellige. Follow it into the mists. Hurry. Hurry. I tried to protect. The hunt has not found the Isle as yet. 'Tis...
Enough, Geralt. He's not yet...
Is he gonna make...
I can't... No. You saw. Not all went as planned.
The trial has wrought havoc. Violently twitching fingers, pupils that don't react to the light. Seen it many times.
Toxins have permanently damaged his nervous system. Even if he does...
I'm going to get Ciri.
Hold up. Don't you think you owe us some answers? How do you know this Avallac'h? What's Ciri been doing with him?
Yennefer can tell you. Just keep an eye on him. He's not a...
Perhaps not, but Ciri apparently trusted him. We should at least take his... You heard what he said. Take Ciri from that Isle of Mists, and the hunt will pick up her trail of meat.
We'll be waiting for them, swords in hand.
Yes. Time we, the hunted, became the hunters. Geralt will find Ciri and bring her here. They'll expect to catch us by surprise.
We plan to fight them. We five? In a crumbling castle?
Do we have a choice? Besides delaying...
Pretty Boy could try to round up a few others who know how to swing a sword.
Or wield magic.
Fine. I'll get Ciri and recruit some allies. Bring...
Any good-looking women in that batch?
Mm-hmm. And you? What do you plan to...
I've Avallac'h to care for. He's certain to die without gentle, gradual magic treatment. There's hope if I help him. Not much, but better than not.
The boys and I'll consider how we should greet our uninvited guests.
All right. Time up.
Good luck, Wolf. And give...
Come back quickly, Geralt.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Tuvin.
Ah, Geralt. What can I do for you?
Big.
You've no notion? The Emperor summoned you. He only ever...
You know a lot.
I must.
What's your father got to...
But, as is known, an empress needs an emperor at her side. My father will ensure...
Farewell.
Yes, hen as good.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Witcher, why have you come?
I've managed to find out where Ciri...
Finally. I'd begun to doubt...
The Wild Hunt's pursuing her. Kaer Morhen...
That was not a suggestion. I
don't doubt it. Against conventional foes, the Wild Hunt's different. Facing it here would put Vizima at risk. Hundreds of innocent... Kaer Morhen is in a wilderness, and your army stands to be far more...
Agreed. I shall send a banner with you. On one...
Can't agree to that.
And I cannot agree to Witcher's command.
Well, I'm not about to give in. You don't look it... Sorry to take up your time.
Bring me Ciri.
I will.
Karen, Vatkan, Vatkan.
Burak!
Till sjå är väg.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
My, what a freak.
Got a minute?
I do.
Wasn't sure I should even ask you. Still not.
Oh, my.
Wild Hunt's gonna attack Kaer Morhen soon. It's a sure thing. Looking for...
The Wild Hunt? Don't tell me.
Hardly nonsense. Got a taste of it. A painful taste.
I'm about as good a warrior as you are. On the other hand, I'd not have recovered my pile if... Listen, here's what we'll do. I'll give you a fat purse. A bit on top.
Agreed. Thanks.
presence is an affront to the eternal fire.
How'd you discover it was the city corridor?
All right. Damn nice. Shouldn't let that refuse into taverns with ordinary folk.
Leave it. On duty.
See his mug. Damn nice. So just. Hey, take after his father.
So he'll be a milkman.
How are things, Dudu?
So, I suppose. Might have been days in the past when I'd have...
Ever considered leaving? Forgetting no...
What for? To pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door. Not that the future's looking rosy.
But you don't have to be human. Maybe you could try something else.
I've assumed many forms over the years, and in spite of all, life as a human has proven most interesting. After all, you humans rule the world.
Gotta admit, your Menga, it's a brilliant impersonation.
Don't remind me. I'm rather disgusted.
Come on, he wasn't all out terrible.
You understand nothing. A doctor assumes more than a man's external appearance. I've learned what a scoundrel had knocking about in his head. Once I became him, not an hour passed before I felt the urge to break a sorceress's fingers. After 2, I caught myself lusting to impale someone, and immediately after that, it hit me. The paranoid fear of a Doppler conspiracy.
Dudu, tell me. The halfling Biberveld goes from being a prosperous merchant to being a pauper. How?
Prefer the long version or the short?
Short, please.
The war.
I was under the impression merchants grow fat on wars.
Some do, but I've a serious personality flaw. I'm honest. I could not reap profits from the suffering of others. I paid taxes. I never cooked my books. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but then a second fell prey to Skelligan raiders, rendering me insolvent. When inflation hit and interest rates rose, I, at long last, fell.
Take care of yourself, Dudu.
Oh, those bigots haven't the cunning to strip me of this mask.
Got a minute?
For you, my friend?
Got a portrait of Hierarch Hemp?
Yes, those halfling painters. Wonderful. I put this up at the Rosemary in time. It'll make those temple guard inspections...
Ran into Molly.
Molly?
One you promised to show your butterfly collection to.
Ah, yes.
Butterfly collection? You of all people could stand to be a little...
Molly didn't need inventive. She needed attentive. Average, run-of-the-mill girl. Give her a smile. Notice her shoes. Let her chat about them a bit.
Gotta tell me, how'd you wind up owning...
You'll never believe this. I inherited it.
You're right. I don't believe it.
Alonso ruled the local underworld with an iron fist. But deep down, This place is one of the reasons his son's not my biggest fan. See, Cyprian Jr., that is, wanted to make this a brothel. But the Rosemary went, and I plan to turn it into the most elegant venue in town. A den of art and...
How do you...
It was at the court of Duke...
Who won?
I don't...
I bet. Probably lost and you don't want to...
Actually, she'd caught my eye, so I let her win. I was counting on getting a prize.
And? Did you?
That, my friend, is not your concern.
See you, Dandelion.
See his mug.
Oh!
Shouldn't let that refuse into town.
Zoltan?
Get out.
Novigrad doesn't seem...
I was keen on starting my own enterprise, but nothing came of it. I'd like to blame it on the war or human treachery, but rather not dwell on it, Geralt.
I know where's...
Then why are we here?
I'll do that, but I have another job for you. You need to set... The Wild Hunt will attack soon afterwards.
You'll have me and my axe.
Thanks. See you at Kaer Morhen. Vesemir...
See his mug.
Oh, you don't mean to.
Shouldn't let that refuse into taverns with ordinary folk. A killer prowls the city, but no one steals all.
Trouble, Greyhooks.
We'll pay for free Temeria.
Geralt of Rivia. Safe. You didn't turn your back on me when I was in need. It's only fair I do.
Thanks. Venture to say...
I'll consider whether to bring Vess. Either way, I'll see... Just what our band of merry men need.
It's true you killed Keith.
You trouble.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
welfare of Hindusfjord's shores.
Fucking hell. Not bad.
Cheers, Sale. I've no clue what to give her. Maybe a house to me.
They smear you.
Killer.
You've no respect for our customs. Not ye, nor that witch, Yennefer.
Foreigner, watch your step.
All here?
Your Royal Majesty.
Come on, Geralt. I'm the same lass I was, save for the tight.
How's it feel to rule?
They're all very understanding. They seem to believe in me. Besides Luke.
Tried talking to him? Could still win.
I don't know about that. He's more mule-headed than my father.
Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a...
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the...
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to... But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers, and
Got a delicate matter I wanted to bring up.
What is it?
Croc's mentioned Ciri to you.
Have you found her?
Not yet, but I'm close. Problem is, as soon as I get to her, the Wild Hunt will probably be able to locate us. I'm looking for Alla.
I can't leave the Isles now. It's impossible. Hjalmar.
Think you'll be willing?
I'm sure of it. In fact, I think he'll be overjoyed.
Yeah, guess I do.
No doubt he'll be valiant. I hope he proves useful.
Blade's not worth better now. Swinging at 8.
Ah, Geralt.
Got another
Of course. Ice Giant was just the beginning.
What about the Wild Hunt's prepared?
Rates at the gate of your Witcher stronghold. You're a friend of the clan. I cannot refuse you. What's more, no one crates ever... I'll leave at once.
Thanks. Won't forget this.
Better now?
Young
Oh, they made him good. Cut his paunch open, pulled out his guts, and made him run around a tree together.
Hey!
They smear your
ass
ass
through his ribs. We're about
I
to
feel-
rip his lung out.
It's really you. Then they clean.
A killer. Be gone from here.
Killed the giant, sure, but now you just smells and seducing the lasses.
Look at swords. Telling you, Geralt, since you and Hjalmar defeated the...
I got the look of us.
You've got the heart.
Your doc.
She'll be a good queen. Knows what she wants.
Yeah.
To unite all of Skellige's clans. A difficult task.
Thinking long term, then.
She's got a powerful ally.
The massacre during the feast.
Thanks to you and Ceres, we know who's...
Not gonna try to cap...
They were but tools, Wolf. I'd rather sever the hand that wields the sword than merely...
What's new in...
Of late, look seaward and you'll see... We've yet to capture any of their crew.
This isn't easy, but I need to ask you a favor.
Tell me, friend.
Ciri. I know where she is, but I also know that as soon as I reach her, they'll come after us, attack, and we'll need...
The Black Ones first, now Wraiths. Such is life.
What's this about the...
Of late, look seaward and you'll see their sun on a sail. Stare... We've yet to capture any of their crew, but only a fool wouldn't know. But fear not. We'll banish the Black Ones and the Wild Hunt. Ciri will be safe.
Can't risk your men's lives. Kaer Morhen.
Kaer Morhen is hundreds of miles away. To move an army there would take weeks, not to mention... Geralt, forgive me, but...
I understand. Won't...
Wait! Won't let you leave empty-handed.
Beautiful craftsmanship.
Not I.
Erland Stonefist. So this is Winter's blood.
Forged in Mahakam, tempered in dragon fire. Been in the... And now, it's...
Thank you. This can't be...
May it serve you well. Send those...
That's my intent.
Flagship. You certain?
You
certain?
There's a gallant fellow.
I think so.
Killing a giant. All by his lonesome.
Stay out of trouble, or you answer to me.
Did you sever his head?
Oh.
Head of a giant.
Pleased with yourself?
Foreigner, what's your step?
Something I've always wanted.
Hey, you!
What do you witchers do once there are no bastards? Giants.
Very few bees. What else do we have this winter?
Can we talk? What are the druids?
On great blood, yet Cerys is the first woman.
Not everyone's pleased.
There are 7 clans in Skellige. Each would like a king from their own line. She's not as impulsive as Hjalmar. Thinks first, then acts. With Krach as her advisor, she has every...
The war. Curious to know your...
Well, I believe Emmia's
Hard to find any better as I see it, with the North now in disarray.
The North is weak, true. But I've the impression the Emperor is dealing with some domestic strife. Radovid is a madman, but a cunning one. He's certain to take advantage.
The Wild Hunt will attack Kaer Morhen soon.
The Wild Hunt? Are you certain?
I know where she is. And the Wild Hunt...
I see. I shall pack immediately. Leave tomorrow at the latest.
Thank you.
No need. I raised the girl. I shall see you.
I saw it. They're thick with the smell of sap.
The Jarls are building new longships. That's the way of...
continental here. Raise the passenger.
There are very few.
Need more time in the Isles. Build your fort.
Something I've always respect, Witcher. What do you Witchers do once there are monsters, flashes, giants around?
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Come on. I stopped at the hut. I'll look inside. Locked.
Anybody in there?
Damn.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Open up.
Oh, you poor fucking pup. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Geralt, a wit. Looking for a young woman, ashen hair.
No.
Running short on...
Wonderful. Means you're about to go the f... By my mum's beard, get yourselves together. You there, outside the door.
Yeah, Geralt.
Listen, Geralt, let's cut to... We survived a shipwreck recently. Beasts from the depths ate some of my lads, and not too special that, as dangers litter this isle, but it does go to explain...
No, wait.
Crikey. You call us... Leave it be, mate. You know what he...
Let me explain. A short while past, we was en route from Skellige to No... And Ferenc got talking with the captain, who sold him a magic firefly purported to know the way to a hidden treasure.
Got nothing to fear from me.
Said the fox to the guy. I've lost too many mates already.
say I find your mates.
Aye, but I'm not counting either.
How many are there?
3. Ivo Gaspard.
This
Agent insisted he'd extract and knock it out his head. Literally. But
Gaspard.
He said it was defeatist to sit and wait to be rescued. We had to take Plainview spotted a lantern out to sea. So he said he'd climb the highest peak to look out.
Where'd Ferenc?
West, in search of a ship that's said to be out there.
Ferenc, he's handy. Thought I might fix it up.
All right.
I am content to understand.
A man! Am I?
I talked to your friends.
Right. You lucky devil, you. You know, I've one regret. That...
Dead. Damn. Hey, wake up.
Shoo. Back to...
Wake up. I'm Geralt. You and your friend...
Rabenik and Company. Real estate appraisal, insurance... Gaspard, son. I even slept through that. It's a shame so many died.
Any chance you've seen...
Here? But... a lot.
Your friends asked me to
I'm afeard they're dead. Some horror swarmed Ivo, saw it with my own eyes. And Ferenc, I heard him.
Let's get back to the hut.
Shame about the lads, really, but what can you do? But I should warn you, I suffer from narcolepsy.
I know what it means. Don't worry, I'll keep you awake.
Off we go then.